Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video is one of those stupid ones. We're going to try and list all the monsters in a tier list from S tier to F tier. And I'm joined by Paradise and Arix today. We're going to be going through this. He's back! He's back! We're going to be going through this list, trying to determine where the monsters fit in based on our own personal experiences. If you have different experiences with the monsters, that's cool. Definitely let us know in the comment section down below. And we're just going to have some banter here. There's going to be some disagreements. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a bit of joke. So the way that we're going to do it is we're going to go through in order the monsters, all of the ones on the roster. And then we're going to go in taking turns each monster. So for the example, I'm going to start off with Aknasom, then it's going to go to Paradise, and he's going to get Almudron, and then Alex will get Puke, and then it'll rotate back to me for Zanoga, and we'll continue to do that before we're through the whole roster. And I think this is going to be a stupid video, but a fun one.
I want to know what everyone else is like ratings are in the comments as well, because I know that you guys are you're gonna love one monster that we might put in F tier. So.
Talking about F tier, our first monster
Don't
is
do it.
Aknasom.
Don't do it.
F tier dog.
How can you do
Absolute dog monster.
Okay, here's the thing about Aknasom, right? He has literal Mario fireballs. They bounce along the floor. That alone should take him to a D tier at least, right?
I feel like he belongs at least in D tier because I feel like he is one of those early game monsters you fight in that kind of beginner forgettable monster kind of category. But of the beginner forgettable monster category, when you think about things like Azeroth and Izuchi, he's kind of cool. He's like an umbrella who stands on his leg. He's looking kind of booky. I kind of like him.
F
So
for
I feel like
fire.
at least
It's where he belongs in F tier.
unacceptable.
Nobody's like, oh yeah, Aknasom, that's my favourite monster of all time. I've not even heard anyone talk about Aknasom like
That is
in
true,
any way.
to be fair.
It's
That
actually
is true.
mad. So yeah, Aknasom F tier doesn't really do much. I like when he runs around a little bit and he does his Naruto run. That's pretty cool, but other than that, like nothing really remarkable about him. So yeah, Aknasom F tier. That's our first monster, locked in.
All right.
Ooh,
Paradise.
So I'm up next. All right, could you click on Almudron for me? 'Cause
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
going
yeah, yeah.
straight in F tier as well. And let me tell you why. Okay, even though he's actually a cool monster, they made all of his weapons the most visually cool and like the best water weapons, and you need an orb for every single weapon, and it took me like 50 hunts to get one orb. I do not want to farm him anymore, and I need all of the Almudron weapons. He's going in F tier.
So you mean you're taking a very cool monster and you're literally putting him in F tier just because he wouldn't give you the loot?
Yes.
I mean, it's a good job. It's a good job certain monsters are not on this
Alex,
list because
he's a mud
otherwise.
snake. He's just a mud snake.
No,
He
but
belongs
he's
in
got a
F.
moustache. He belongs in S tier. He has the closest we have to a monster with a beard.
And yet he's an F tier. Because it's my monster.
No.
Okay, I can't disagree with what he's saying. I think Almudron's pretty cool. I think he's around like B, maybe C tier monsters. He could have been better. I feel like he's like a off-brand Mizu. I think like he's an off-brand Mizu.
Let me just say this. He has one of the coolest moves in the game where he brings up the mud pillars. It's super anime. I'd love it. You can also wall run on those pillars and get really cool clips. But I'm sorry, guys. He's going in F because he doesn't give me any orbs, and I need 14 of them. So until he gives me 14 orbs, he's in F tier.
You know what this is? It's like when like those reviewers are just like, oh yeah, amazing monster, brilliant fight, F tier.
Yes.
Yep. It's true.
All right, we're on to the next monster. Who do we have here?
Puke. All right. You know what? I'm gonna mix things up a little bit. In revenge for putting Almudron in F tier. Please place Puke in S tier.
No, you can't.
I'm in control here. No, you see, he's a fantastic monster, right? Because he's one of those rather confusing looking wyverns. For a long time, he filled the void that Chameleos has. He's our long-tongue our long-tongue friend, the poison friend. He has some rather good, useful poison weapons. And
You know what?
I think
I kind of agree that Puke should be S tier. Like, he's come into World and he's actually iconic. He's got his own clothes out there as well. From like insert clone in those places.
That's
like
true.
if you think of of World, he's one of the monsters that you think of, and he's come back into this game, and he's not irrelevant. He's still annoying, and he does what he needs to do. He actually poisons you, and sometimes you are like, I need to go hunt a Poke to get some particular material.
Let's be honest, you got to put respect on him, because occasionally, every time you go and you're like, it's just a Poke, I'm not going to worry. He'll kill you. He'll poison you, and you'll die. And I'm just saying that, or maybe it's just that I just died against him, alright? But look, right? World, the flagship monster was Nogigante. Has Nogigante made it into Rise? No. Poke's made it into Rise. He should be on the cover.
You know what, though? In the Rampages, he's one of the easy ways to get status with his, poison tail attack. So he's actually pretty good.
He's actually S-tier. He's actually S-tier. You tried to meme us, but he's actually S-tier.
And in the Stories 2 trailers, you'll see you get a sneak peek at his kinship skill, where it's like poison. It's like raining poison, and he's using his tongue as a little umbrella for the rider. So I think he actually might be an S-tier. You know.
There you go.
Yeah.
Done. Sorted.
Okay, so the next one is Zanoga. Hard choice. Do I put him in S or do I put him in A?
He's a very cool monster, but
some very cool.
Here's the thing. This is it. You're ranking Rise Zanoga, not Zanoga from the previous games, and we know Rise Zanoga. He's not that strong. You know, he's not as powerful as in the other game.
But some of his gear is so cool, though.
But I like how telegraphed his moves are in this one compared to World. In World, he this is like classic Zingor, so maybe it makes it a better fight as well.
I like that. And his helmet is one of the kind of best in slot pieces.
Oh, the longsword. Longsword. S-tier.
No.
He has the weakness exploit chest and helmet. Is S-tier, right? It is what it is.
And he's got the longsword that's got the glowing animated thunder on it. So definitely going for S-tier for him as well. And he's just good to beat up, you know. And you just can hear him woo for all the Folga bugs are just around him. Just cool visual effects. Zingor is the boy. So yeah. S-tier.
Yeah. I think we can agree. I think we can actually all agree on S-tier for Zanoga.
Definitely.
Okay, what we saying? Next monster.
All right, Anjanas. Okay, here's the thing. I know a lot of people hate Anjanas, but I love dinosaurs. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
He is a literal T-Rex. He will come and get you if you're not careful. He is the wall for a lot of new players as well, by the way. I'm putting Anjanas in A tier. He's not as cool as Zanoga.
No, he's not A tier.
Maybe he deserves B or C, but I like dinosaurs. I'm putting him in A.
He's B at most in this. Like, if you're playing him with any move that needs to be countered on the longsword, like this guy doesn't even have hitboxes. He just runs into you and you kind of just get like half your health chipped off. Like.
That's what puts him in A tier, because he's so strong. See, you think you can make a mockery out of him because he's only a low star monster. But he'll burn you.
Okay, so where are we putting
him in A? I'm putting him in A, and he was the monster that I got the coolest Attack on Titan clip with my dual blades. So he's
fair
enough.
A. He's definitely not A because we're done talking about him already. That's how.
Well, this is the cool thing about Anjanas, right? He's a dinosaur, and then he enrages and he grows like those fins, and he has massive weak zones, and it's always satisfying to shoot those with your bow.
Now he's trying to pan it out to make it seem like he's got something to talk about. All he does is just rub his head against the floor, and that's it. That's Anjanas.
He's just a big dinosaur.
It's true. It's true.
All right. Next monster, another dinosaur-looking monster.
Why do I keep given the dusty monsters for my one? Just throw him in F tier, man. No one likes Kuliaku. Kuliaku's just annoying, right? He's just that monster. You have to complete the quest. He's not even that formidable in this game. At least in World, when you used to hit him, you used to bounce off the rocks. This one, you just slap him with a silk bar move. He drops his egg. He's just he's lost. I'm sorry, Kuliaku, but you're not an exciting monster. Just move it on. Keep it moving.
All right.
He doesn't deserve it.
Besarius, right? Next monster is Besarius, right?
The hard boy.
That's right.
The hard boy. I really like these monsters. In the games, I'll put them into.
You just hover over S for a second.
What are you doing?
So I'm gonna put him in B's here because I really like the laser beam rock boy monsters in like every game. Like I feel like I have fond memories of them. Him in particular, I like the way that he stomps around and he kind of has the different fire puts you to sleep. Does he even have poison as well? I think he have poison as one of the cards that you can actually do. I like the way that he rolls. I can't wait until there's weapons that kind of just obliterate him as well. And their armor's always really cool. Their armor kind of more looks like a mech or something like that, but you never actually use it because the skills on it aren't that great. But yeah.
It's got some low shell skills for Gunlance though.
Oh yeah, true.
And his glow.
True.
Yeah.
I haven't stepped onto Gunlance, so I haven't really picked up his stuff. So
yeah. He's got a couple of decent pieces, and also visually, like how I've always pictured Besarius as this like boring rock from old games, but in this one, like the glow looks very, very cool. So yeah, I can agree with that. B for Besarius.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
All right, so Barroth next, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I mean, put him up there next to Zanoga. No, I'm joking. He's F tier. I hate Barroth. You bounce all the time. He's just a mud boy. He's shaking half the hunt, like shaking mud everywhere. It's not an exciting hunt. It's literally just you bounce, he charges, he gets muddy, you hit him in the little arm.
I would say
his armor looks a bit whack as well. I think his armor's just basically like a tank armor, and I don't really. Tank sets are fun, but once you've made one, you've kind of experienced it. You know?
Yeah, I would definitely say he was like D tier. I wouldn't say he's F tier. Like he's. Oh my God.
He is up there with Kuliaku. Like they're both like that kind of tier of monster that's like, we gotta hunt a Barroth, we gotta hunt a Kulu.
How is Barroth in the same tier as Almajon? What is going on?
This is what I mean. Like Paradise has screwed this up. Paradise has screwed this whole thing.
All right.
Look, if he gave me the orbs, he wouldn't be an F tier. It's not up. It's his own fault.
All right, next monster.
Bishaten. You know what? I'm putting him in A. I'm putting him in A tier because he's a fantastic new monster. I really like him. He's got some really cool moves. His movement pattern is fantastic. The way that he draws on different color fruits and is like he'll go from like flashing you to paralyzing you to like all those different things. When he goes and does this crazy fruit barrage, he's like bam and starts throwing them at you. Like I think he's really, really cool. I visually, I haven't really had a need to use his armor because the skills aren't too great, but visually his weapons and his armor looks so cool. So yeah, I'm putting him as A. He belongs in A, man.
I can kind of agree with that. Yeah, I don't think I really have anything bad to say about Bishaten. I think he's a really cool monster. He just yeets stuff, innit? Like I just like he eats stuff and stuff like that. And sometimes he comes in like a windmill and rotates like a helicopter.
Gets you.
Also,
when you Wyvern ride him, the backwards light attack makes you throw a poison thing. So he's also really good for applying status to other monsters with that, because you can do the throw move when you ride him, which is cool.
Paradise is just like it's in high rank or higher ranks if I can poison in Rampage with stuff like anytime.
Or blight.
Or it's a dinosaur.
Okay, we've got Ragnar, Kadachi.
Ragnar. You know what? Oh, this is a hard. I don't know.
I'm putting Ragnar in B tier.
Wait,
Ragnar,
what?
Ragnar should be an S tier monster, but it's such a boring fight. Like the whole concept of the monster is sick, but it is quite boring.
Actually, you like no weak points apart from his head, which is almost always like tucked away in his like body, right? So
yeah.
Actually, you raise a good point, because it doesn't have the same spectacle. Because like when you think about, like, I know it's a different kind of monster, but when you think about like Nosilla from the previous games, there was like the cool spectacle where like you get webbed up and then it brings out its teeth, its claws, and it comes to like kill you. Whereas like Ragnar's more like just moves around and just hit. I can see what you mean. Like, I think it's a cool looking monster.
Big monster. You know those annoying monsters that just like dart around everywhere? It's just like a big monster version of the monsters that dart around and you can't really hit. Which there are a couple of other monsters on this list.
Basically a Spidery Besarius.
He does a drift with the little spiders, which I think the drift alone puts him in A for me. I think I would put him in A if I was. But I can see why you would put him in B, to be fair.
A tier. We've got some bangers. Ragnar is definitely not one of those.
Fair.
True.
Also, missed opportunity. I'll be honest. I'm not a huge fan of the way that the Ragnar Kadachi gear looks. Like, I didn't want the whole like wedding gown thing. I was kind of hoping it would be some like cool like Spider-Man looking gear. So yeah, I can go with B tier. I can accept it.
Cool. Next one is Royal Ludroth.
The spongy boy.
I'm thinking D right now. I'm thinking he's not quite as bad as Barroth and Kulu, but he looks so gross, especially when you break his like spongy neck.
Yeah.
He's not. There's no spectacle to his fight. He's just like you just wail on him until he's dead. You know.
Raw Ludroth is a classic. C minimum. C minimum. Anyone that's played, what game was he introduced? And he was like the first monster.
Wasn't it? It was Try, wasn't it? Because it was underwater fire. He was tough underwater as well.
I'm not rating Try's Royal Ludroth. I'm rating Rises, and in Rise you just beat him until he doesn't do anything. He just sits there and he is a DPS sponge. He just takes your hits.
There you go, okay. Raw Ludroth, D-tier, Paradise Special. There you go. The first D-tier monster, Raw Ludroth. Okay. Next monster.
Next up, S for Somnicanth, please.
S for Somnicanth.
Somnicanth is so cool, right? Somnicanth, you know what, right? The way that it's a Leviathan type monster, the way that it moves around, it like swims on its back like a little casual. It's got the little I forget what they're called. I think it's called Tomoe. The little like things on its eyes on the chest. The way it kind of like smacks the shells, but also it's like it's got the cool sleep moves, and there's actually kind of a spectacle to the fight as well. It's even got that like ultimate move powering up mode where he like powers up and he's like, and you need to like hit him before he goes and kicks out the massive sleep wave. And of course, he is one of the best places or one of the only places right now, really, for sleep related weapons. So obviously, as a Naptime Ninja specialist, I gotta do it. And plus his gear just looks cool. I mean, he basically looks like Assassin's Creed gear. My only gripe is that I wish it coloured a bit better so I could actually just like have a full
you just love
cloak.
it because of the charge blade. That's why. You're a Somnicanth fanboy.
Yep.
How many monsters have you put into S tier? Like
2. 2.
Oh
the majority of S tier is from Ares.
All right.
Yep.
So the next monster is Toby Kadachi. Toby.
Never heard of him, mate. That's how forgettable this guy is. When he came over from World, I was like, when I saw him in the trailer, I was like, oh no, they're bringing him back.
Oh, Toby's sick. What are you talking about?
Not like Toby.
He's got that wall jump attack as well.
Can't do
and
Toby
all of the
like
thunder
that.
weapons are really good.
Can't do Toby like that. Toby's definitely C tier. He's just middle of the road. Like he's middle of the road. He's like I will go and fight Toby all day, but then I wouldn't sing about Toby's like praises. He's just like that dude. He's just there to fill out the roster. And actually, he's got some banging weapons. Like the Toby Kadachi bow is like really good as well. So yeah,
true.
It's very.
You know those like squirrels that have like wings and they like sort of glide. He's literally one of
flying
those,
squirrel.
and he has a move where he does that. Yeah. So I like him. I like his design. I think he looks cool. I like that he flies or glides. I guess.
All right.
Toby's
Fair
alright.
I'll give you that. He's alright.
Next monster.
Alright, Tigrex or Tigrex, depending on how you want to say it.
Tigrex.
So, this is another dinosaur monster. Okay?
Hey, but
except this guy, he's even scarier than Anjanas. I'm thinking S tier.
Yes.
Wait. Before you
Put
do
it
that,
there.
let me just remind you of something. It's Paradise. It's Alex's favorite monster.
Ooh, D tier, please.
Okay,
no! You gotta do this to me.
That's what you like to see. Let's rationalise why we put Tigrex in D tier. Come on.
But he's fantastic. Right? He's the flagship of Monster Hunter Freedom 2nd. He's the tutor of guard points. You want to learn guard point? You fight a Tigrex. He's vicious.
No. Put him into beta. You know what? I'll put him next to Rek. I actually really do like you. I can't do him that dirty. I reckon. But look who he's next to. Ragnar and I can't. What's the stone one called? Besarius. I reckon he's on their level. You know, they all have unique things they do. They're all kind of cool in their own way. But at this point, we've all got used to Tigrex. There's nothing new about Tigrex. You're just like, oh, if he hits me, he's gonna hurt. I know how to guard point him. I know.
I don't think he's that good. Like he's like iconic in that way because he is like Monster Hunter. He's one of those monsters that you really think about when you talk about even Monster Hunter as a whole like franchise. He's like up there, but like when you get onto him to Wyvern ride, he doesn't do anything. He's not about this life. He actually gets slapped around. He's meant to be ferocious, but he gets clamped. So
maybe you're just not a good Tigrex pilot.
Last time you went on a Wyvern ride, you fell off like 3 times and didn't hit anything.
I didn't say I was a good pilot. I just merely said maybe you were not a good Tigrex pilot.
Okay, cool.
Dear. All right. Rathian.
Yeah, Rathian.
I'm putting Rathian in C tier, middle of the road, right? Rathian, I like Rathian because Rathian is my favourite monster to fight for weapon workshops because it's a very telegraphed monster. It's super. Every time you want to just like look cool for a clip and stylishly dunk, you're just like, oh yeah, Rathian's about to go and do a tail swipe, counter, bam, you look sick. But at the same time, it's not hugely difficult. It's not hugely challenging. It's a pretty basic fight, but I do still like it, so I feel like it's a middle of the road ting.
Cool.
I don't know. Here's the thing, okay. The Queen of the Skies, alright,
Yeah.
The original Wyvern design, okay, a proper Wyvern. It actually, it is a Wyvern in all design. It's got 2 legs, wings, and a fat off tail and a dragon head. Design-wise, Rathian and Rathalos are so cool. Maybe for that I would put it at least in a B. But
you know what?
I don't get to rank it.
I think that they're S tier simply because they are the monster for Monster Hunter.
But you know what? For that exact same reason, I just find them boring because every single Monster Hunter game, I know it's like the mascot that just has to be there, right? But
Yeah.
I'm just like, another Rathalos, another Rathian. Like, I would not actually be sad if there was a Monster Hunter game in the future that didn't have a Rathalos and a Rathian. I know.
Take it
Shock
back.
horror.
Say psych right now.
Nope.
Say psych.
I'm literally holding my Rathian model, imported from Japan. Super detailed, the most cool dragon model I think I own. And you're saying you don't even want it in the next game? Are you joking?
I would not be sad if they replaced it with something cooler. I'm sorry, I've said it. C tier.
Cooler than an actual dragon wyvern.
It's final. Give me Yankaku instead.
He's coming out here. Madness. Absolute madness. Spicy takes, man. The hottest of takes.
Moving mad.
Moving mad. The maddest movements. Alright, cool. Diablos. I think he's B tier. I think he's around the same as all of these monsters. Like B tier. He's like not necessarily a fun fight. Maybe C tier actually. I'm not.
No, wait, no, he's not as cool as. He's like can we go C and a half?
Yeah, can we go with C and a half?
Sadly not.
Oh my god.
No, I feel like B tier. I feel like he's menacing enough and cool enough, right? He's got some annoying aspects to the fight, and you're just like, ugh, you know, like. But at the same time, he's also still kind of cool.
Definitely not cool as Tigrex, though, and definitely not as cool as Ragnar. So I would have to go.
Yeah, no, I'll give you
Will
that.
we even go hair? Like? No, definitely hair.
He's not as cool as Toby and Rathian, though.
He's not. Maybe he is D tier. But he's not D tier.
Diablos.
No, he's C tier. He's low C tier, like. He's low C tier.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
He's, like, fun to beat up with, like, if you're using a bow or an ice bow. I like... He's very predictable in terms of his counters, especially when you're trying to like use longsword and do some of the stuff. He definitely does set you up for some cool moments. Like you can cut off his tail and it's like really dramatic as well when he does it. He's got really good turf war with himself, and then it's very good, very good, but not like anything amazing. Okay, next monster.
All right,
Azeroth.
Azeroth. Okay, here's the deal, alright? I actually think bears, just as creatures, are really cool. I like polar bears, I like grizzly bears, I like brown bears. But he's just like a lame fight. He just sits there, you just wail on him, he might back up into you once in a while, and that's the fight, right? I'm thinking Azeroth is kind of like D tier, you know? There's maybe like I don't even know if he's D. Maybe he's F tier.
No, definitely D. Definitely D or C.
I think D. Yeah,
D.
I feel like he's
D.
We're gonna put D tier. Cool.
Or should he go in B for the bare necessity?
No, he doesn't belong there. No way.
No, I think he is D. It's a shame that I just wish he did something a bit cooler, because he literally just, even his roar isn't like an earplug's roar, right? He just roars and you don't get flinched. If I'm remembering correctly, you just destroy him and occasionally he backs up on you. That's the whole fight. So yeah, D tier.
Cool. Next monster, Goss Herrag.
my favourite monster in the entire game. So he's going in S tier.
S tier.
Right?
No,
He's
he
a
actually is.
fantastic
Like,
monster.
yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic yeah.
He's so cool. His whole like menacing demeanor. I love those clips people keep sharing where they get dizzied and he just walks over to them like super slow, like making the arms going red. And the fact that his gear is like Oni themed, like I love all those kind of like Japanese masks and like Oni masks and stuff. So I just wish that the armor was maybe not just a greatsword set, so like I would actually have a reason to use it. But he is like Goss Herrag has got 2 S's in his name, so I feel like
he's
he
definitely
belongs in.
very good. Like I like the fact he's so unique in terms of like he puts those things on his arms and he just comes around and he's like Beyblading and he's got different modes as well, and his high rank version is different from his low rank version. Like one's got a club and like a blade, and the low rank version's got like two swords and stuff like that. I fought him a lot when I was learning the longsword in Rise as well, so I just got really a lot of attachment to Goss Herrag as a monster. I just think he's cool and he's just fun to hit. Like when you hit like just a massive flurry of like fire damage on his arms as well, it's so satisfying. Like 10 out of 10 monster.
Definitely.
Okay, so we're gonna do all of these at the same time, and they're all going in D tier. Okay.
I mean, sure.
I mean, yeah, they kind of that
They're
is
the
their
basic
place,
boys.
right? They're basically the same monster with different status.
Yeah. And
Actually, should we downgrade them to F tier?
Honestly, I put them there because the reality is like I've never like I know there's some cool aspects in them, but I've just never really enjoyed fighting these. Because you know what, like I don't really enjoy fighting these ones as much as well. Like I don't find them much of a spectacle, and also when you're playing in a group hunt, you cannot for the life of you hit it without flinching everyone because it's so damn small.
Yeah.
Like
Hear me out though. As great as Zuchi should be D tier, and the others should be F, and here's why. When you're picking up a new weapon for the first time, the first thing people are going to do is go and hunt a great Azuchi with it. He's telegraphed, he's easy to kill, he's not going to clap you too much. He is the training dummy of an actual hunt. And for that reason, I think he should be D tier. The other ones, like, no one goes and hunts those for their first weapon.
We can do that. We can do that. I can agree with that.
Alright.
We can agree with that. Cool. Who's next?
It was, me, I think. Geratados.
Please. It only has one place. It only has one place.
If I had this monster, I'll put it S tier because it's basically a Plessy monster, and I love Plessy.
True. Here's the thing. In Rise, they have juiced him. He was never as strong as he was in Rise. Out of all the monsters in Rise, they made Geratados harder. You know what I mean? What was that?
Yeah, they spent all that time on a monster that no one wants to fight. The mod monsters are just not fun to fight necessarily. I feel like they need to rework the mechanics of like the mod monsters when you do fight them as well. It's like, yeah, it's not great. Just them being underground for like half an hour and you can't like really hit them. I'm
thinking F.
You're thinking F?
I'm still thinking F.
Definitely.
He's never a fun fight. You're never excited to fight him. When you do go and fight him, what does he do? He either sits there and flips upside down, or he wriggles. Yeah, and that's it.
It doesn't even feel like you're doing damage to them, like ever. Like when you're actually like wailing on them. So yeah, definitely D tier. Oh, I mean F tier. All right, next monster.
Kezu. You know what, right? Like I feel like Kezu belongs. It's a weird one, right? Like, everyone was so hyped for Kezu to return. Like, I haven't fought Kezu for ages. Super cool. Kind of comes back and it's like, it's alright. You know, it's kind of cool. There's some cool aspects to him. But you know what?
That's not the community opinion.
No, but like, you can't put him anywhere like below S tier because his theme song is so banging. So I think you need to put him in S tier.
True. If you haven't heard his theme song, guys, search it. You won't regret.
True. Yeah, I mean, his theme song's good, but I feel like, I don't know. I feel like he belongs in BT, you know?
You know, people are struggling. Kezu is the new wall.
Kezu's the new wall. Are people actually struggling against Kezu? Like, is that?
They are. I've heard from multiple people that they say, I'm new to the game, I'm playing Rise, saying, man, Kezu is... I hate Kezu. That's what I hear.
You know why Kezu is always a wall? Because like for people like early on when they forget to like learn to sort of pace themselves, they start being like the kind of typical Dark Souls thing. Like you get greedy with your combat, and you get greedy mid combo, and he starts charging up to shock you, and then he just like obliterates you because he's just electric all around him.
At you 15 times.
Yeah, like
yes.
So yeah.
I like that he sticks to the ceiling though.
He's a little bit too long though. This guy will chill up there for like 5 minutes. I'm like, yo, can you come down, please?
You jump up with a silk bind and you knock him down in one hit.
Still.
What's the next monster? What's the next monster?
Barroth.
That's U26.
Yes.
He's basically a snowy Tigrex.
He's a snowy Tigrex, but not as cool.
Actually, he's a snowy Naga, to be fair. So yeah.
He's a snowy saber-toothed T-Rex.
It's a mix of both, though. Like, yeah. But I feel like when I fight him, I definitely feel like he's more Tigrex than Naga Cougar. But yeah. Even though
he's somewhere in there, right? Like, he's B or C somewhere. Like some hunts, he's just a pushover. Some hunts, he's doing some mad moves that you've
fought a
never seen
huge
before.
one the other day, like absolute shonker.
Yeah. He can be massive. I've noticed that as well.
Cool. Yeah, I don't really have anything to say about him. Really.
I've always liked him though. I just like that. Like, I think he's also one of the satisfying ones to fight because when you it's very obvious when you've broken his face because those teeth are just like clapped. But yeah, I would personally put him B, but I can accept C.
Okay, cool. Next monster.
I'm so
Paradise's favourite.
Lagombi has fallen to me. This is the stars have aligned. Put Lagombi in S tier right now. Lock him in. Final answer decided. Lagombi. Here's the thing. Lagombi, he slides. All right. He rolls. He jumps, he butt slams. Lagombi is the coolest monster in the game. Alright, when you ride him and you do the punishing finisher, you're Beyblading across this room. You're sliding back. I love Lagombi, okay? He's the best monster. He's an S tier, easy. 100%.
Good.
I have no control, but I don't like him, but you know what? It's fair enough.
He's the best monster.
No, you know one of the best monsters is the next one. I'm putting Magnum Marlowe in S tier.
Whoa!
Right. I haven't put a lot of things in S tier, you see, so I wanted to make sure you get. But you know what? He's the flagship, and he's so cool.
Actually sick. He's actually sick. Like I think he deserves that. I think he's the first monster that you put in there that actually deserves 100% wholeheartedly to be in there. He's got sick turf wars. He's got sick armor. He's got a sick skill on his thing. He's got some sick moves. He was the bully of the.
Sick as well.
He was the bully of the demo. Like when you bully him, he's sick because he just topples over and gets knocked over every 2 seconds. He's cool. He's got a banging theme song. He is the monster of Monster Hunter Rise, I think. Yeah.
I completely agree. And everything about him. And even the theme tune. His theme tune is so good. So yeah, I believe it. S.
Mizu, S tier as well. Love it.
Oh no!
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Oh, no.
Love it.
The worst of the fated four.
Love it.
Why do you hate Mizu? I think Mizu is actually either an A or an S to be. Mizu's sick.
Hey, listen.
He's cool.
I'll tell you why I hate Mizu.
He's a Leviathan, Alex.
No, I know, but you know, they did something to Mizu in Rise, right? Like, okay, this is just clearly an acknowledgement of my inability to fight this monster. In Generations, it was very telegraphed, easy. I could fight Mizu with my eyes closed. Mizu moves mad in Rise. I can't predict it. Every time I'm just like, oh, it's gonna go this way. Like, no, it goes this way. I'm like, oh, the tail's going this way. No, the tail's go. I cannot fight Mizu without getting slapped around a good few times, and I'm just like, you know what? I don't like this guy. I don't like it. No. Give me Glavenus. Give me Astalos. Really cool. Give me Gamma.
The looks of Mizu, though, not just. Mizu is a cool creature.
The laser beams. The armor looks pretty cool as well. Another one with the bubbly theme song is like really good.
It's a wet monster.
Bubbly dance.
It's a wet monster.
The theme song goes. All right. Next monster is.
All right. This is
Naga
me.
Cougar?
But I think I should take Rajang. It's the
No.
I just want to put Rajang in F.
No.
Go on.
All right, Naga Cougar. Okay. Here's the thing. I really liked Naga Cougar previously, but in Rise, like I don't know. That's just maybe I've just got used to it. But in Rise, I feel like Naga Cougar's just not really doing anything special. I feel like it's a B or a C at the minute. Like maybe a C. I think like Barroth is about the same page. So I would put him as C.
C.
I mean,
He's
you need to.
definitely an
Paradise,
A-tier,
Paradise.
like-
You are forgetting here that he has the white sharpness weapons.
White
Some
sharpness
of the best
weapons.
in the
Oh, bump him
game.
up.
100%
No, you're right,
affinity
you're right.
builds.
You're right,
Mr.
bump
Meta
him up.
himself has pushed him down to C. Like, come on,
Bump him
man.
up. Well, actually, you know what? Bump him up to A. You know, just for that, he gets to shoot up the ranks.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, so now next
You
one.
see, I forgot about that. You changed my mind.
There you go. You're welcome.
Next one we have is Rajang. I absolutely
I'm glad.
hate this dude.
I'm glad this came to me. He's one of my favourite monsters.
Definitely.
I'm putting him in S tier.
No, please, let's not do this.
No, not S tier. Not again. Not another
no.
one. Every monster you picked is S tier.
except for Kuliaku. No, I'll tell you what, I'll put him in A tier. I'm going to put him in A tier. You know what? I really like Rajang. I do think he's fantastic. I think he's more like traditional Rajang in this one. So if you fought like Rajang in World, he'll mess you up. Like Rajang in this one is a lot more predictable. Kind of isn't as much of a challenge, but is still a really cool monster. I really like apes and monkeys and stuff like that. So I really think he's cool. But factoring in some of the ones that I have genuinely put in S tier, I feel like in Rise specifically, if I was just talking holistically, I'd still put him in S. But Rise specifically, I'll bump him down to A.
Cool.
That's fair. That's fair.
fair.
He has some cool turf wars as well. To be honest.
Yeah. F tier. No.
No,
S
that
tier.
deserves Rathalos.
Oh,
deserves
Rathalos.
S.
Right.
The iconic.
Look.
He is iconic. King of the sky.
We put the cable bites on sale, and Rathalos was the most bought cable bites out of all of them. People know he's iconic again. Oh, this is my thing. If they're iconic, they go into S tier because they basically become the game, one and the game. I don't like how he moves in Rise. He is bit clapped, but he's got so much heritage that it overrides all of his like clapness. This is like his art. Actually, you know why he's S tier? Just because of Rise reasons. Because his arms are used. His arms are used. Yeah.
Yes. I think the waist as well is also really. Or is it the Anjanas waist? I can't remember.
This guy is Mr. playing the floor is lava 24/7. He's like, I don't want to touch the ground, man. I'm just like, come on.
You know what though? When he's in the sky, he has this like, I don't know if he always did. It hits me way more in Rise if he always did it, but he does this cheeky snipe fireball while he's flying, and it just comes out randomly. It's not telegraphed. He'll be flying and then he shoots a fireball.
It's like, what? Psych! Woo! You better be watching me. He's like debating you. I like how like when you're Wyvern riding with him, he's got that sick move where he like charges it up as well, and you can just like swipe along the whole floor as well. Like so, I really like him. I like his weapons in this as well. The longsword is really cool and does like a bunch of fire damage. Yeah, it's Rathalos. I just like the name as well, man. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Right. I can accept it. I'll live with it.
Next monster, Tranodon.
Tranodon.
S tier.
The chunky boy. Okay.
Put him in S.
Okay, here's the thing, alright? Here's the thing. His
Chungus.
turf war is so... He eats things in his turf, or he tries to eat things in his turf war. On one hand, he is a boring fight. He's just a big boy. You just destroy him. On the other hand, Gambi to Tranodon, you know, they're both kind of big boys. Their turf war together is pretty funny. Oh,
So
I'm thinking...
I feel like he belongs in S, you know. I mean, he's a big.
He's definitely not an S. I'm not that delusional.
All right, maybe B tier. Maybe B.
I'm thinking B tier. You know, the turf wars alone are so cool for him that I quite like it.
I just like the noise he makes. Like he's just like.
He fills the void that Great Jagras isn't in the game and left in our hearts, but we've got to Tranodon, you know.
Yeah, true. All right, the last monster that we have is Vulvard. For some reason, this list includes Chameleos, like we fought him, but yeah, Vulvardon is here, and he's fallen on Alex.
Vulvardon D. He's just like, you know what, like. But I like Vulvardon armor. I remember the first time I ever fought Vulvardon, I think Portable 3rd. Like, I wanted the armor straight away because it's cool. Like, I like the armadillo stuff, but my guy does not sit around. Like, when you fight him, he's just like 24/7 bowling, like left, right, and center. I'm just like, I just want to complete the quest, man. Come on. So, no, I don't like fighting this guy, to be honest. So he's in D.
Yeah, so
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Like, I don't I hate fighting him.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off 2-6, but I got so excited. His armor set looks sick, though.
Oh, no, I said that.
Does it? It looks okay.
It looks sick.
Maybe
Isn't
it looks
like
bad
one of the
on
only
the
female
females.
armor sets with the helmet as well?
Yeah,
Or is
it
just...
is. But it's okay to me. I don't want to say it's like crazy good.
The fight is so annoying, it outweighs
Yeah.
the coolness of the armor set, but I do think the armor set's cool. And it's the only way to get paralyzed attack right now, I think, as well. So.
True. All right, I think that is it for the list. If you didn't agree with anything that we said, and I know there's going to be some disagreements out there, then definitely put it in the comment section down below. But some of these monsters that we've rated, is there anything that stands out to you that shouldn't be where it is in this list after looking that we've completed it?
Lagombi does not belong in S tier.
What are you talking about?
He does not,
is
but-
Lagombi
best
belongs
boy.
in D tier.
Lagombi is a
F
bear,
tier.
rabbit hair, and he has the coolest moveset in the game. Like, come on. Lagombi... if you are on Team Lagombi, put it in the comments below, because clearly I'm the only one, and I feel like Lagombi's the coolest.
Oh my gosh. For me, I kind of agree with this list. There are a couple of weird ones all over the place, but yeah. We definitely think we came up with like a decent list. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us today, Paradise and Eric's. Do you have any other videos coming out today?
Yeah, so if you've missed it, there was a new update that was announced that's already live, and it's big news if you haven't checked it.
Huge.
And probably it's big, it's exciting news, right?
Yeah, it is.
And if you
He means the video's live, not the update, by the way.
the video, sorry, yeah, no, that's a good clarification.
You're welcome.
And there'll also be an update on the Jump Master skill that will probably be going about the same time this video does, because we figured it out, guys. The community, you guys, everybody together, we figured out what Jump Master does, and let's just say you'll be surprised.
Cool. We'll be back tomorrow with another video for you guys, so definitely stay tuned to all of the channels as they go live with all of that content. And thank you for subscribing. Hopefully you guys get your friends to subscribe as well, and comment down below with all of your monster tier list needs and stuff, or if there's anything else that you want us to tier list in this game, and if you enjoyed the video. Anyway, guys, bye bye.
See you later.